Stock market indices have started on a positive note today. There are fewer cases being reported of coronavirus in Italy, Spain, and Germany. And the lockdown conditions which have been imposed in these countries seems to be working finally. So while we await the introduction of the vaccine for coronavirus, the lockdown conditions seems to be doing some good job in Europe. So far so good. United States seems to be reeling still. India seems to be having more cases being reported in various parts, which is rather surprising in some ways because it reached the league rather late in the game. But there are many cases being reported now from various dispersed and diverse parts of the country, and which is scary as well because many parts of the country are densely populated. And once they start one place, then they can easily spread into other areas. Well, isolation may help to quite an extent, but I believe that more testing will be required to finally establish how many cases are around. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been admitted in a hospital. He has been showing many signs and symptoms of coronavirus since many days, was in isolation already, and finally he's in one of the hospitals. And hopefully he recovers soon and is back. The country needs him to negotiate many things, firstly to tackle the coronavirus pandemic, and then to work out the EU agreement with the United Kingdom. The Dow futures seem to be indicating a rather positive start to trading today. So there are growing expectations, as I said, about Europe, cases of coronavirus dwindling by the day. And there are expectations that this will taper off even further. So you're expecting to a rather positive start on Wall Street today. There is also expectation that a deal between the Saudi prince Salman and the Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin to meet and discuss possibilities of a rate cut have increased quite dramatically, and that they will work out a deal shortly which would stand to the benefit of the United States shale producers, who seem to be really reeling under tremendous pressure now. However, the very latest news that seems to be coming out is that this meeting has been again deferred till about Thursday. This has led to another fall overnight in the price of oil. And whether this will carry forward into trading is something which is a matter of speculation, when and how the meeting will take place between these two leaders. In any event, as I mentioned many times, the demand destruction that has taken place because of coronavirus far overwhelms the cut in production that will come about because of a successful OPEC non-OPEC meeting. President Donald Trump has called Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, and requested for hydroxychloroquine, the anti-malarial drug, supplies of it for United States. Well, as you understand that many countries are now stockpiling this drug. So far, until a vaccine has emanated, there are growing expectations that hydroxychloroquine will be very useful in combating coronavirus. Many cases have been treated. In fact, at a second press conference called by Donald Trump, he did say that we should definitely make use of hydroxychloroquine, as its efficacy is being proved in many cases. However, he was quick to add that he's not a doctor and that he cannot say for sure 100%, but he does not want a situation to arise that they missed something and later on there are more fatalities. True, but one should realize that hydroxychloroquine is very difficult drug, although its efficacy is proved in this and also in anti-inflammatory conditions arising out of arthritis. Yet the medicine is rather is not advised for people suffering from certain heart ailments. Also, it is not in fact it is contraindication for patients with G6PD deficiency, so one has to use it very carefully. Maybe Donald Trump is talking about a majority of the population, but there are a lot of people with heart ailments and also with G6PD deficiency. And but the surprising thing is that although Narendra Modi has been asked to supply this drug, the hydroxychloroquine, but India itself is dependent on China for the API, the active pharmaceutical ingredient that goes in the manufacture of this hydroxychloroquine. So India itself will not be able to do it without China's help. So indirectly, well, President Trump is then seeking China's help. Well, let's see how this whole thing works out. This could be very useful for companies such as Ipca Laboratories in India, Zydus, Cadila, even Cipla and Lupin manufacture it in India. So, should the efficacy of this drug be proved by clinical trials, then these companies will stand to benefit. In any event, although the Dow futures indicates a solid start to trading on Wall Street today, more than 800 points plus, yet I believe that by the time the trading actually commences, most of these gains may fritter away. Because do not forget that although cases may be slowing down in Spain, Italy and Germany, the epicenter is shifting all the time from one country to another. You must have noticed that cases in China and Singapore had slowed down, but they're again beginning to pile up. So the world is not yet through with the coronavirus. Just one few reduction in cases in Spain and Italy cannot itself be the reason to rejoice. Dow futures, as my prediction goes, will give up most of the gains today. In fact, it could even get into negative territory. Happy investing. Take care. Bye-bye.